Hey guys, welcome to day 14 of the A to Z challenge. Oh my goodness, I can't even speak today. So this idea here, normally I will tell you who it was suggested by, and I'll like send you over to their Instagram. This one was actually recommended by my mom. I told her I wanted to do like a nursery for like a plant nursery, but she was like, "You already did a greenhouse, so why not do a nightclub?" And I was like, I don't know, I've never built a nightclub before, it's not really my thing, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, just do it. And I was like, okay. And I just did it, and I'm happy I did. I had this really cool idea about wanting to put these really cool curved walls in, and it was a really cool idea, blah, blah, blah. You can't put curved walls on the first floor here, which is so. I could put it on the second floor, but not the first. It doesn't make any sense. Which totally ruins all my ideas for like some cool builds I had, which makes me really upset. But I moved on from that. I definitely had a lot of fun building this. It was definitely, yeah, it was something a bit different. I've never really done a nightclub before, never really thought about doing a nightclub before, and I'm not too mad with how it turned out. And I know there's a whole bunch of different types of nightclubs out there. I know there's more like I can't even think about it. There's like nightclubs where it's definitely stylized and themed towards certain thing, or there's like generic ones. This is more of a generic one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a club goer myself. I have been to clubs before, uh, but I'm the sort of person like you get there and then it's suddenly midnight and I'm tired and I'm grumpy and I want to go home. Um, so yeah, I'm not the greatest person to go out with. In that sense, I don't really enjoy that sort of scene. I'm much more of a chill at home or like at a friend's place or somewhere not insane. I just find it very overwhelming and there's too many people and too much noise. Um, and too many chances for creepy guys to be creepy. Now, if you're a clubber and you're not a creepy guy, that doesn't apply to you, so don't you worry. Yeah, there's just some weirdos out there. And I'm glad that I don't run across them. But yeah, I still thought I would try and make a club and have fun with it because, like I said before, I've never really built something like this before. And it was quite interesting. So I had this idea of like this rooftop nightclub bar thing, but I've been wanting to do this specific. I think I need to do a rooftop pool for the thing I'm thinking of, like these cool undercover like cabana type areas. But yeah, I definitely don't want to that doesn't make any sense. I definitely feel like I could have done this a little differently, but for the first time of ever building a nightclub, I don't hate it. Um, it might be 5 months' time where I look back at it and I absolutely hate it, but I don't necessarily hate it. And I wasn't trying to make it anything new and cool and special and fun. I was just trying to make it like, I feel like this is definitely something you'd see somewhere. Um, and that's kind of the goal I went for. So yeah, if you like it, definitely let me know down below. If you hate it, also let me know, because I'm still not sure how I feel. And there's lots of fiddling with this build because I'm getting a lot more confident with things like tool and whatnot. And I wanna get better. I wanna up level my build a bit. And I feel like one reason why I definitely feel a lot better about this build is because I did try some things that I don't really use a lot, like platforms I don't use a lot. And again, I didn't like go too crazy with the platforms, but I still used them. But there are still a lot of things that I did in this build that I do all the time anyway. Like wood and white. It's a very safe thing to do. Um, and so yeah, I just kind of let it happen. Um, but I definitely feel like I don't want to say this is like generic, but it kind of is. I feel like you could definitely see this anywhere almost. I don't know. I sometimes I'm a little harsh on myself, so definitely let me know down below if you feel different. Um, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it feels a little generic. And I'm not sure if I would keep doing it. Like if I did this again, would I do it the same way? I don't know. I definitely want to get the courage to do like these fun, funky builds. Like yeah, sure, maybe it's a nightclub, but it's so weird and different. And I just haven't really ever done that before. So yeah, kind of I want to do that. I want to do something very different. I want to do like a stylized nightclub or a I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you, but I want to do something different and fun, and this is a safe place to start. But you know, for someone who's never built a nightclub, I think safe is probably the best place to start, and then from there, yeah, you can kind of do whatever. Um, yeah, this the whole point of this challenge though is it kind of it challenges me to do things I've never done before. Like the P build that I'm going to share with you guys in 2 days. I've never built this thing before in my life. And the Q build, nope, never done that either. I mean, technically I have, but I didn't build it. It was a shell and I did the shell. Anyway, long story short, I'm definitely expanding compared to last year. I think last year I did, oh, what did I do for N? I have no idea. But I know for O last year I did a an observatory, which I still think is pretty cool and different. But it meant using round rooms, and that did not work. And actually, I tried using round rooms again this time for the letter O, and it didn't work, so I had to change to squares. And I think it works. I think it's fine. What did I do for N last year? I'm still scrolling to find that. I did a nuclear bunker, which is a little different. But like I did what did I do? I did a mine for M yesterday, and last year I did a marketplace, which is something already a part of the game. But again, I've never really done a marketplace, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, some of these I'm definitely doing a little differently. You know, I feel like some of these builds I'm kind of not redoing, but you know, I did a laundromat already. And I don't know if there's anything else I've actually fully redone. I did a hotel, and that's kind of similar to some builds that I'm going to be doing in the future. But very different, a lot more detailed, thankfully, than the one I'm doing now. Like having a look back, I can definitely see the level of detail and risk I'm willing to take has increased. Oh, actually, yeah, there's a few more that I'm kind of redoing. But yeah, I don't know. It's quite interesting to have a look at what I did this time last year compared to now, and it's I see improvement in some places. Maybe not all, but some, and I am all about improving. Just 1% better every day. I mean, I'm not perfect and I never will be, but there's no harm in striving towards it with the recognition you'll never reach it. Um, and I think that's a healthier goal than trying to be perfect. It's just, all right, well, why don't we just get one step closer? And if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't. But at least we're progressing towards it, instead of just giving up. But yeah, anyway, I did actually stream this nightclub. I've actually started streaming again, so the only build I didn't stream was O, and that's because I could not. My game would not let me place anything. Like I put something down and it would disappear. So I tried to, and you got a sneak peek of it, and then I did stream the P build, and I will probably stream the Q build as well. Just because I added on the end of each A to Z result. So I do the results, and then I show you what I did for that day myself, and then I start to build. So if you want to see any of that, definitely head over to Twitch. I've been streaming later recently just because I'm not stressed about university at the moment. So yeah, if you want to see the results or me building, and this video's like just come out, you should be able to see the results or me building by now. I don't know, I stream sometime in the afternoon now, which is not the most accurate time. Like I do want to set a schedule, but I think I want to set an approximation schedule rather than an actual schedule, because I just don't want to. I don't want to like commit to a time and then uni comes back and then I'm like, oh well, now I have to completely change it. So for the moment, I'm just gonna kind of wing it. But by the time this challenge is over, and I take a little break, uni will be back anyway, so it should be all hunky dory. I think the last week of February, I only have one build. If you're in America, it's a Sunday. For me, it's a Monday. But yeah, the week that the 26th is, I guess. That's the last day. It's the 26th for me. And then after that, I'm on break from posting until probably the 3rd of March. I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided. I kind of want to, but I'm not sure. We'll see how I feel in a little bit. I'm definitely staying up way too late and getting up way too early to get some of these builds done. Because I definitely procrastinated way too much recently, and I shouldn't have, but I did, and here we are. But yeah, I'm very excited because a lot of these builds are getting done, and I'm not having to stress about them anymore. I also just hit my first $1 million build. I've never done that before in my life, but I want to say thank you to Suits of Armors. You really did it for me. That's what got me over the line. I only put a few down in this particular build, which you'll see in a couple of days. I put a few down and then I was like, oh, maybe I can put some more around, because sometimes you have Suits of Armors inside. And then I put down a lot more. And then I looked and I put down like, I didn't just put down the Suits of Armors, but I put down a bunch of things, other things as well. But I also put down a bunch of them and I went up 200,000 simoleons. Now I didn't think that I put that much stuff down, but apparently I did. And my game's not crashing, which is a miracle because I was also doing this all on stream. And seeing though the day before I couldn't even put a bed down without it disappearing, I think we're doing a lot better. I updated some of my drivers, which it took me a hot minute to figure out how to do that. But yeah, we're saving up bit by bit to upgrade my PC and my headphones. I've had these headphones for a very long time, and now the cord has started to fray on the right. So I can see all the wires. I can still hear through both of them. I don't need them to speak because, well, I can just do that and the microphone will pick it up. But to hear what I'm saying, I'd really love some over-the-ear headphones. Well, I guess earbuds versus headphones, yeah. I've got earbuds now, but I would like headphones. I had a pair of Skull Candy Crushers, but the leather didn't quite hold out as much as I wanted it to, and so I still have them, and I looked online And apparently Skull Candy have replacement ear pads, but they're never in stock. And I was speaking to one of my best friends, and they were like, yeah, because they bought them a couple years before I did, and they let me try them out, and they're really good, and I really enjoyed using them. And then I, like, we all grew up and moved away and whatnot, but then I bought a pair and said, oh, hey, I just bought a pair. And I should have asked for their opinion first, because they were like, yeah, the ear pads are gonna fall off. And I was like, what? That's not good. And then they did. They totally fell off. One of them did, one of them didn't. So, um, I could use it just one ear, but I don't want to. And I really would love to be able to replace the ear pad, the ear muff, the bit that cushions your ear. It all still works. It all still sits in there properly. It's just the fact that that one bit fell off, and it's even trying to like jam it in between the headphone and my ear. It's super uncomfortable, and I would really just love to replace it because the headphones still work. They are still absolutely perfectly fine. Um, and I would love to be able to use them again. There's no replacement pads. Because they're never in stock, and you can't even get them from an alternate site because, again, my best friend tried to do that and they don't fit. They're too small. So, yeah. If anyone's got any suggestions on how I can fix those, that would be greatly appreciated because, again, I don't want to waste these pair of headphones. They were so good. They were hybrid, which I love. And yeah, they were such good headphones, and I really, really, really wish I could use them again, but I cannot, and it makes me really sad. And I don't want to buy, I mean, I can't even buy the same pair because they no longer exist. Yeah, if anyone has any opinions, thoughts, feelings, ideas, tips, tricks, whatever, please let me know down below because, yeah, like I said, I really, really, really would love if I could have those headphones work again. Like I'm gonna use the ones I have right now, the ear the headphones that go in your earphones. Sorry. I just had a little brain malfunction, but we're back, we're good to go. Yes, if you have any ideas, tips, tricks. No, that's yes. Yes, that. No, what I was trying to say is the earbuds that I have. Headphones, earphones. I am going to wear them until they no longer work. I'm going to work them into the ground because I really don't like wasting, and I know technological waste is like one of the biggest issues that exists in this planet. That's why my old phone I didn't get rid of, which I'm thankful I didn't because someone I know, their phone broke and they were able to temporarily borrow it, but now I use it as like my uploading to Instagram phone, and like where I store all my build photos and my inspo photos, because otherwise it'd go to waste. I asked another one of my best friends if they wanted to use it, and they didn't, so again, it would have just gone to waste, and I don't like wasting. And the only reason why I upgraded my phone is because the old one started to slow down so much, to the point where like I'd send a text and it would send 5 minutes later. And that's just not good. So, you know, I had the opportunity to upgrade it the year before and I was like, yeah, it's slow, but it still works. And then a month later it was like, yeah, you should have upgraded. But, you know, we'll see if it lasts 11 more months. And it did. So, and now that I've factory reset it and removed off, like, basically all of the apps and blah, 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 it's definitely working a lot quicker. It's still slow, but it's just really handy to have my personal stuff separate from this because sometimes I'm scrolling, like when I was doing it just on my phone and I was scrolling for days trying to find all these photos in amongst all the cat photos, it was getting really frustrating. But now I don't have to worry about that because it's all on one silly little device that I will probably I don't know if I'll sell it or give it away, but for now I'm happy with using it. Yeah, I really don't like waste. I don't like throwing things out unless it has to be thrown out and it can't be recycled or donated or sold. So yeah. I don't know if that's because I have a little bit of hoarding tendencies or if it's because I hate waste. I think it's a bit of both. Um, but I'm really trying not to hoard things I don't need. Like when I moved out of uni, I had a lot of stuff, and before I even started packing my boxes to move out, I just put a whole bunch of things in like the kitchen of our flat, and I was like, if you guys want any of these things, you can take them, and if you don't, by the end of the week, I will be donating them, throwing them out, or getting like they won't be here anymore. Like I'm not gonna just leave it here, but if you want it, take it. If you don't, don't. And yeah, quite a lot of my things got recycled, which I'm really happy about, and I got got rid of a lot of things. So that felt really good, and some of my drawings that I was gonna get rid of, I actually gave to one of my friends who's an artist. I'm not an artist. These were terrible drawings, and I mean it. Like, this isn't even being like, oh no, I'm horrible at drawing. That's actually really, no, like, I drew, I don't even know what the shape is, but basically the shape of a grave. A flat bottom, curved top, straight edges. And I turned it into a penguin, and it was really bad. Like, just think about people who are scared of drawing, and they just do the most basic, simple, horrible drawing. That's what it was. And I gave that away to a friend because they loved it and I hated it and I was going to throw it out. So, you know, I'd love to be able to draw, but I absolutely cannot. And this person can, and they actually drew me the most beautiful, beautiful art of my cat, and I'm so thankful. So, if you are listening, you know who you are. You're amazing, and I love you so much, and thank you for that drawings. Because I've gotten multiple drawings, and yes, they're my favorite, and they're hanging on my door. So, yeah. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of the build. I'm just kind of making it a bit fancy. I don't really know if I actually am, but I'm just placing a bunch of like planters and stuff around. But I made the bathrooms so that it was visible, so that they weren't really anything that you couldn't see in. I did a class about how to change the environment to prevent crime. It was super fun, super interesting, and it actually helped me build this nightclub. Because you don't want your bar to be right up against your dance floor, and you don't want your seating area to be right up against your bar or your dance floor. Like, you want all these areas to be nice and separate so that people can move around without bumping into each other. If they bump into each other, they might get angry. But having them all separate is really good. Having the bathrooms all open, like obviously the actual toilet themselves you can't see, but like the entry to the toilets and the waiting areas, nice and visible, and there's a big enough gap between the bar and the bathroom and the seating upstairs in the bathroom that I feel confident. But it also means the bar staff can keep an eye on what's going on, and make sure everyone is a-okay. But the only thing I would recommend is closing off the bar so that you can't easily access it, because you definitely have people walking behind the bar to try and make themselves drinks. And you definitely don't want that. But yeah, that's kind of how this came to be the way it is, and how open and, I don't want to say sparse it is, but it's very like open and not, I can't even think of the right word, just lots of room to move around. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this build, definitely let me know down below your thoughts and feelings. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. I normally do 2 videos a week, but this month you are getting 26. No, not a week, 26 for the entire month instead of normally 8 or 9. And yeah, if you want to see me over on Twitch, I will be there every day this month and twice a week after that, hopefully. But thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye, guys.